Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I certainly wouldn't be doing all these videos now, would I? Well, I'm actually on the road today. I'm actually down in Central Virginia working on some different projects and stuff down here for the night, and I'll be back home tomorrow night in our man cave. I want to thank everybody who chimed in last night on our live streams. You know, that thing is growing like crazy, and I want to thank each and every one of you. And I especially want to thank the few Giant fans that manned up and showed up, you know, like Daniel and everything else. Cruising showed up after the game and stuff. I appreciate the fact that you guys came in and took the ass whipping that you deserved. Because that's a real fan. If you're a true fan, you don't run at the first sign of trouble. And I'm happy that you guys, you know, are true fans. Because we got a lot of fake fans. And I know our Dallas Cowboy ones, we got a whole bunch of bandwagon ones that, you know, first sign of trouble, they're out, you know, or they'll be the first one to bad talk their team. And I'm not about any of that. But here's something that is so cool to me, that Dak Prescott, his jersey is the number one selling jersey in the NFL. And that's a far cry from where it started out last year, because I feel good because I got Michael, you know, my son, everybody says looks like Dak Prescott. I got him a Dak Prescott jersey for his birthday. And that was last year in July 27th. And when I wanted to get that jersey, you couldn't get a Dak Prescott jersey because they didn't exist. And I remember talking to my buddy Mike Mosh, and that's the guy who I get all my jerseys from. Up here, all these jerseys that are up here hanging that are my son's. Those are all ones that I've gotten over the years from Mike Mosh, you know. And all the ones I have, all my Cowboy Jobu jerseys I get from Mike Mosh. You can see him on Facebook, Mike Mosh, or South of Heaven on YouTube. But I remember calling him up and saying, "Hey, Mike, I need to get a Dak Prescott jersey." And he was like, "The third string quarterback? Really? You know that's going to be custom made." I said, "Hey, that's the one my son wants. I want to get one." So I got one. So we had one of the first Dak Prescott jerseys back when he was still third string, before the Cowboys even went to training camp. And I'm proud to say that. But I got to tell you, you know, like I was saying, there's a lot of fans that are out there that are literally just too hard on anything and everybody. I mean, here it was training camp, first couple of practices. Some people were already saying Taco's a bust. And it's like, dude, relax. The dude just got there. Give him some time. We had people who said that, oh, Dak Prescott, he missed a bunch of passes here and there. Take a look around the NFL and what happened this past week with some of the quarterback play. You know, Andy Dalton, 4 turnovers. Russell Wilson, boy, he looked like garbage. Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk, they wanted to tar and feather him. Nobody looked great out there, except the Rams maybe, and Sam Bradford last night. But to a man, first week, nobody looked that great. But yet some of you fans out there are like, oh man, Dak Prescott, he missed, you know, Des Bryant on there a couple of times. Okay, but guess what? We beat the New York stinking Giants. Not even close. The New York stinking Giants that had a damn good defense. One of the best in the NFL. A New York Giant team that beat us twice last year, and we really didn't bust a grape on them. So he came out, he won that game, a division game, a seasoning opener with everybody in the world watching it, because we know the Dallas Cowboys are the number one team in the NFL. Didn't throw an interception. Didn't fumble the ball. Won the game, and some of you guys still have room to talk about, oh, he wasn't perfect. Kind of interesting. But I got to tell you, moving on from Dak, Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown is a player. You remember Anthony Brown got an interception in that game. Anthony Brown, who was a 6th-round draft pick. Anthony Brown, who was a rookie last year, who started off kind of slow, but became the second half of the season, the cornerback who gave up the fewest yards per completion. He got thrown into the slot because Orlando Scandrick got hurt. Played 35 snaps, got an interception, and played damn good. Played Pro Bowl-like, and I'm going to say Pro Bowl-like, which is something we haven't seen in a cornerback in the Dallas Cowboys in a long time. He's a baller. And the amazing thing about it is, here's how crazy football is. We took a first round and a second round pick to pick the glass man, Morris Claiborne, because he was supposed to be the best defensive player out there. Wow. Anthony Brown, the 6th round pick we got because we traded our 5th round pick to the Raiders for Bryce Butler with a 6th round pick in return with Bryce Butler. That pick we used on Anthony Brown. I got to tell you, the guy is coming into becoming one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL. Go figure. You know, you look at all these high round draft picks, guys that are saying they can't miss, and they miss. And here it is, a player in a draft pick that was an afterthought, and he's playing lights out. You've got to be happy and excited about a guy like that. I feel good about our defense. And I told you guys, since 2013, when we were worst defense probably in history, that steadily this defense has been getting bit by bit better and better and better as Rod Martinelli gets his kind of guys in there. And I'm looking at our defensive line that they said, who's going to rush the passer? You can't put any pressure on. You've got young, quick, scrappy guys that are going to do damage. And I believe that we're going to get to that 40 threshold of sacks. That number is key. Keep that number in mind because most teams that win the Super Bowl are in that 40-plus range. So, a little bit of knowledge there for you guys, a little food for thought. And any other news on the Dallas Cowboys, although you won't see much today because today's the off day. So that's why it's silly season on Bleacher Report and everywhere else. So there's not a whole lot going on. So that is what it is, guys. So as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'm Mark Holmes, it's Cowboy Joe Boo, and we are on the road. See you soon.